Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. I want to welcome you guys to my first Shopify store course. Now, in this course, we're basically going to go over all of the basics of Shopify and its platform. I'm going to teach you guys how to create an account, how to actually go in and start building your own online store. We're going to connect it to a domain. We're going to basically launch a full store from scratch. All right. So everything that you need to know is going to be in this course. Now, I want you guys to understand that there is no requirement for this. Like, you don't need to be an expert on programming. You don't need to have no background as web developer. Like, literally, you could go and tell your own mother to take this course and she's going to be able to understand how to create an online store. Now, again, this is great for those of you guys that do have a technical background and are looking to jump into the Shopify development. Right now, for some of you guys that are wondering who uses Shopify, pretty much almost all of the small businesses out here are using Shopify nowadays. You know, there's other services like WooCommerce. I've seen people use Magento, right? But most companies are actually transferring from WordPress and Magento and they're switching to Shopify. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you guys a couple of examples like who uses it, right? You got Kylie Jenner shop is built on Shopify. There's a list on the Shopify blog of their 50 exceptional Shopify stores. And some of you guys have probably bought, you know, products from most of the stores that you might see here, like House, The Critical Slide Society, Studio Prosper, Tlux, Quadlock. You might see the Modern Shop. They sell a lot of cool things in there. Brilliant, the Candy Factory, 49th Parallel, Roasters. You got things like 18 Karat Wholesale, Pipcorn. Like, there's a lot of companies that have been jumping on Shopify. And the reason that they use Shopify is because Shopify has already created everything that you need to get up and running. You know, back in the days, you would have to go and pay a developer to build all of these tools. But imagine this, the company Shopify has hundreds of developers, if not thousands of developers, working every day to make sure that your websites and your platforms are always up and running and always have the latest features. Okay. So instead of you having to hire a developer to go in and set all of this up for you, most businesses say, hey, how can we just use a platform that's already created and already can give us support and give us everything that we need to get up and running? And that's why Shopify is pretty much one of the most popular platforms out here. And right now it's just taking over, especially if you guys are watching this in the future. Right now, we're currently going through the whole thing of coronavirus and how businesses are shutting down and people don't have a way to sell their products. People are jumping into Shopify to be able to sell their products online and be able to ship them to their customers. Okay. So once again, you know, Shopify is a great platform and it's very easy to use. Now, if you are a developer, you're probably wondering, is there a job opportunity for me in this field? Should I learn Shopify, right? And should I even take this course? Well, I would say yeah, because there's a lot of jobs out here for Shopify developers, okay? And for you to become a Shopify developer, you actually need to know the Shopify platform itself, because even though you might be doing themes or you might be doing some apps or plugins, etc., right? You need to know how the Shopify platform actually works. So when a client comes in and asks you for help or asks you a question, you can actually answer it because you know the platform. So it's not just the coding part, you need to know the platform itself and how it works. Okay, so you can also search on Shopify or on Indeed.com. Go to Indeed.com and search for Shopify, and from there you will see there's a whole bunch of different jobs for Shopify developers and people who know how to use Shopify. Like, sometimes I tell people this, you know, don't worry about the titles. Don't worry about what exactly is it that you're going to be doing at a company, as long as you're getting paid, right? Some people always focus on, I want to get a front-end developer job or this and that. And sometimes the job listing might not be front-end developer, but that's what you're actually going to be doing, front-end development, but using the platform of Shopify. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely recommend you guys go Indeed.com and search for just Shopify and see what actually results you get in your area. Okay, there's a lot of jobs. All right, there's also a lot of opportunities through Fiverr. You see guys like this guy, like look, Asoranza, I think it's Asoranza. I don't know why people always put in some crazy names, but basically, you know, this guy is like, yo, I will create your Shopify store and edit the Shopify website starting at $90, right? To build a Shopify store, it doesn't take more than an hour or two to set it up, right? And then from there, this person comes in and charges people a premium for different things. So if you come here and click, you see basics $90, standard $180, $275, right? And we're not talking about building a website from scratch. We're literally just creating a website from a platform that's already there. Okay, this is why a lot of guys coming here to Fiverr, and they could come in one day get 5-6 different clients, you know, and then do the same thing the next day, right? Because it doesn't take that long to actually start building a Shopify store and set it up for somebody. Okay, there's a lot of people that are lazy, right? Always remember that. There's people that's lazy. They'd rather pay somebody $100, $200 just to go in and create something real quick for them instead of just creating themselves, right? Like if I'm a business owner, I'm not going to sit down an hour or two, you know, to create a whole Shopify store and set up all my products and set up all those things when I could have somebody build it for me for $100, $200. You get what I'm saying? But for you as the developer or you as the freelancer, you might see this as an opportunity of like, hey man, I'll come in and I'll build it for somebody, right? You see situations like this where there's guys that starting at $2,000. Our studio will build a Shopify store, website, social media marketing, the whole shebang, right? It all depends on what you want to do, right? Like there's a lot of different things. Our studio could create a professional Shopify store to 100, right? There's a lot of different things that you might find in here. Of course, Fiverr is Fiverr, right? There's a lot of opportunities in there, but you can also check out websites like good old Upwork, where you will find different jobs where they'll pay you $30 to $55 an hour to build, you know, an e-commerce business for somebody. Let's just calculate that for you guys. Let's say, for example, you're doing $44 an hour, right? Times, let's say 40. Okay, so that's 1 week, $1,760. Then you're gonna say, okay, $1,760 times, let's say if we wanted to do three weeks or 3 months, matter of fact, maybe like 12. So you could say times 12. Okay, that's 21,000 in those 3 months, which is not bad, right? Now imagine if you have multiple clients and you get to a point where you have other developers working for you and you have your own team. Like this is a great deal, right? There's a great skill that you can get, right? Now, of course, you can also just open up your own Shopify store and start selling your own products. Okay, there's a lot of different things that you can do. There's a lot of ways of making money with Shopify. Okay, I'm just showing you guys like something real quick. All right, but like I said, man, I want to welcome you guys to this course. This is gonna be a simple course, something that any one of you guys can take, like I said. So yeah, man, let's just get started, man. I don't want to waste too much time because I actually just want to come in and start building things. So let's just get into it, and I'll see you guys in the course. Take care, guys.